Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. I thank you for checking out this video. Hey, real quick, if wrestling content is your type of deal, if you enjoy professional wrestling content on YouTube, watching it, listening to it, getting involved, interacting with it, then this is the channel for you. I ask if you're not subscribed yet, just take a couple seconds and hit subscribe on this video or this channel and like the video, comment on the video, share your thoughts on what you think about today's product or just wrestling in general. I'm telling you right now, this is a great place to be because everybody in the comments all talk with one another, and it's a really fun time. It's a really great environment to be around. Everybody who loves pro wrestling, loves WWE, just wants to talk. And, that's the most fun about it. My friends, we need to talk about something here because my last video I put out, I was just talking about things that happened on Raw. One of those things being that Becky Lynch is the brand new World Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw. And it was just me kind of just talking about it, like just saying it happened. And then I posted the video, and then like looking at social media afterwards, it just blew up. Like people did not take to it kindly at all. I don't really understand why. I mean, I've seen some points, right? I've seen some people complain about or put their opinions out there saying like, it would have been better if it was Liv, it would have been better if it was Nia. I've seen some people say, I would have preferred it to be literally anybody else. I've seen people, there's this ongoing meme of her being like Becky Hogan, like it's like a Hulk Hogan thing. I mean, I think she's getting too much hate for this. And I just want to talk about why giving the belt to Becky Lynch was a good choice, okay? Just afford me some of your time here. Just hear me out, okay? At the end of this video, if you don't agree with me, or if you haven't changed your mind, or if you're gonna still think what you want to think, that's great. That's fine. Everybody has their own opinions, but just give me a second to elaborate and explain why I think it was a good idea and a good choice to give Becky the championship over somebody else. Let's talk about the events that's happened so far. Raw, or just WWE in general, right? Their biggest female star, and arguably maybe one of their top superstars in general, like man or woman, is Rhea Ripley. That's a fact, okay? Numbers prove it, ratings prove it, merchandise sales prove it, interaction online, YouTube searches, everything proves this, okay? Rhea Ripley is one of, if not the top star in WWE, okay? That's arguable, okay? She is gone right now. She's hurt. She's gone, and I found out in another video, and I mentioned it in my last video, that I thought Becky Lynch was going to take some time off after WrestleMania, but I wondered if they maybe asked her to work a little longer or skip the break or sacrifice it because Rhea's gone. And then I read an article where that is in fact the case. Rhea being hurt makes Becky now here instead of taking time off, right? So there's a reason for this, okay? Your top star, Rhea Ripley, hurt, okay? Who's next? Who's your next top star? You want to throw Charlotte out there? Charlotte has been hurt. She's gone. Maybe expected sometime soon, but maybe the plans is not to have her back right this instance. So she's gone. Okay? Who's next after that? Bayley? Bayley is your champion. She's on SmackDown. So you can't go with that. WWE needed a recognizable big star on their brand. Let's not forget here, Damian Priest is a brand new World Heavyweight Champion for the first time. All right? Damian Priest, he's not a household name yet, okay? He's a star, but he's not like a recognizable on the same level of Cody, on the same level of Seth, Roman Reigns. He's not there, at least not yet. Raw needed a superstar, recognizable, a proven top megastar, since their megastar, Rhea Ripley, is not there, okay? That's my first point. Becky Lynch is that. She has been proven to be that, okay? Becky was on top for a long time. She still is on top, So I can understand the frustration behind people, but I also understand WWE's thinking, right? Like that has to have been what they thought, okay? Let's get into another point here. I wanted to talk about how, in my opinion, it makes it more meaningful for Liv Morgan. Let's use Liv Morgan, right? Because there's all this outrage. Everybody thought Liv was going to win. Everybody wants her to rather she is the champ. Okay, to me, if we're gonna pick Liv Morgan to be the champion, it would mean more for Liv Morgan to beat Becky Lynch than for just Liv Morgan to win a vacated women's championship in a battle royal that has a bunch of women in it. That does nothing for Liv, honestly. It really didn't. You can argue that with Nia. You can any of the women in that Rumble. This would have done nothing for. But because Becky Lynch is older to this, I mean, I don't want to come off sounding bad when I say that. Becky Lynch has been here for a while, right? She's been a top star for a long time. She's held that title numerous amount of times. That's where the Becky Hogan stuff comes in, right? She's proven. Becky Lynch winning a Rumble or that Battle Royal isn't doing anything for Becky Lynch, but it doesn't have to. That's not what the purpose was. It's just to get the belt in the hands of Becky Lynch, okay? Let's just forget about that part of it. Okay, it was the Battle Royal wasn't going to be to establish or create a new star. It was to give it to a star that already is a star. It's to give it to somebody who it would have meant not as much to win it. Like no one's going to look at it and just be like, well, that really did a lot for Becky. No, because it's not supposed to. Becky Lynch, you kind of almost go into it expecting her to be a favorite, right? So Becky Lynch wins the title. Her winning this title is more so for her to put over someone else coming after her. It's more meaningful for Liv Morgan to go full on heel like she was going to be when she was going up against Rhea. Rhea got hurt. So we still got to go with this. We still got to have Liv Morgan be the heel here. And we got to give her a meaningful heel run, a chase, right? Like, let this build. Are you telling me you much rather have Liv Morgan win a battle royal, be handed a vacated women's championship, and then what? Who does she face? Then what do you do after that? You have a tournament. You have another battle royal to determine who's the number one contender for Liv. How about instead you give it to a proven babyface over as hell, right? As always, Becky Lynch, and then you build Liv Morgan as the heel. Or you could even, if you want Nia, replace Nia with Liv. Whoever you want. You want them to be a heel. Because in this feud, nobody's booing Becky. Except the fans who are upset that she's a champ. But overall, she's a babyface. And she has been. She's one of the most over babyfaces. You're going to have Becky have that spot. And you're going to have Liv, who's guaranteed to get the boos from people. Because she's up against Becky Lynch, a favorite. So why not have Liv Morgan go after Becky, build a proper feud between the two, where Liv is just doing these dastardly things, acting like a complete jerk and a heel, right? And then she goes up against Becky, and then she beats Becky. How much would that do for Liv? I'll tell you how much it'll do. It will do a hell of a lot more her doing that than her just winning a random battle royal that nobody really cared about unless there was a title attached to it, which this one was. I think this is a far better idea than what a lot of people are admitting. And I think it's more of a bigger picture thing. And I think most of the fans that are upset about this aren't thinking this way. Everybody just wanted, no, I want it to be Liv. I want it to be someone different. I want it to be Nia. I want it to be... I understand. But listen, this was the best scenario they could go with what they had. Don't expect a long title run for Becky Lynch. That's not going to happen. She's not holding that for a year. I'd be surprised if she holds it for 6 months. I really would. I think this is going to be just a few months, 3, 4 maybe. Feud with Liv. For me, I'm picking Liv, right? Everybody, that was the consensus. That was the favorite. Everybody wanted Liv to be the one, right? Have Liv be this heel. Really dive into it, right? Let her just completely let it overtake her. She is a heel. No borderline. No, she can go either way, face or heel. No. Make her a despised heel, chasing after a very beloved Becky Lynch, and let her beat Becky Lynch, and that's going to skyrocket Liv Morgan into the star that everybody wants her to be. I think this makes so much more sense. And something interesting, if you remember it on Raw, where Dom was talking to somebody backstage and he turns around and Liv Morgan is just staring at him. What is going on there? You know what I mean? One step here for Liv Morgan to fully become this heel that I'm talking about and doing dastardly things. Why wouldn't it be such a jerk move from Liv Morgan to either subdue Dominic into calling her mommy now, like, or Liv breaking up the Judgment Day from within? This is what we should be doing. This makes the most sense. I know that was just a couple of points. Right, and if you've stayed with me this far, I appreciate it and I thank you. I don't know if you're going to change your mind, but to me, this made the most sense. For Liv to win it with nobody chasing her afterwards right away, it just would have fallen flat. I think this is perfect. Let Becky have this. Let's all just chill out a second, right? Let's not get angry here. I understand you want the new era thing where you want the new champions, the new faces. We're getting that, but not everything is going to be like this. We gotta wait a little bit. There's got to be some patience here, okay? Look how long that Bloodline story developed for with Cody Rhodes. 2 years. Look at the Bloodline story now. This Bloodline story is still going. How fun would this storyline be if they just rushed it all and got it done in like a year or 6 months? Let's just let it ride out a little bit, okay? We got different writers. We got a different guy in charge. Triple H, this is his full control. I trust Triple H. I trust his ideas. I trust his vision and the people he surrounds himself with. I feel like we're in for something great here. Let's just appreciate what we have, okay? I think Liv Morgan is going to give you what you want her to give you. She's going to be the champ. She's going to be a star, but you got to let it play out first. Please. I appreciate you checking out this video. I know this has been talked about a lot. I didn't expect social media to go nuts about this or blow up the way it did. But hopefully this kind of adds a little bit of some kind of perspective here for you. If you feel like you've changed your mind, great. If not, that's still fine. You're obviously allowed to think and feel however you want to think and feel. I just feel, for me, in my opinion, that this was the right choice for these reasons, okay? Hey, I love Becky Lynch, but I'm going to be honest with you too. I don't really want to see her be champion over and over and over again anymore, right? I'm okay with this title reign. I'm fine with this title reign. But I think I'm more okay with it because I kind of feel like I know what's coming, and I'm okay with that, right? I'm down for Liv to have the title. I actually thought Liv was going to win it, or Nia Jax. I think they're going to have their moment in the sun, but we have to let things play out a little bit here. Once again, guys, thank you so much for this video. This was a video I just threw together because I wasn't expecting to put it out there, but because everybody's just talking about it and all the comments I've seen, people commenting on my videos and posts about how they wanted to live in Nia, I felt like this was the best way for me to respond, so that we could all just watch it together and we could all talk about it together, and hopefully maybe you've changed your mind a little bit on it. If not, completely fine. But hey, if you're somebody who hasn't subscribed to this channel yet, I ask that you please take a couple of seconds out of your day and just hit subscribe on this channel. We would love to have you here. It's a great community and it just keeps on growing. This train ain't stopping, baby. So until we yeet again, my friends, stay bitter.